aviators, I'm Newsmaster Nimisha and I welcome you all to the second edition of 7 at 7. 7 News at 7 p.m. on the 7th day. A weekly news roundup show where we cover the top 7 news areas of the week from the aviation space every Sunday at 7 p.m. So let's get started with the top 7 headlines for the week. Air India has finalized a deal with Airbus to purchase around 250 planes. Kempegowda International Airport to be partially shut for 10 days. Domestic air passenger traffic in India touched 1.25 crores in January. Boeing Commercial Aeroplanes awards Sasmos HET Technologies a contract for components and assemblies. Indian Airlines are expected to put orders for up to 1,700 planes in the next 1 to 2 years. Pawan Hans commences helicopter services on 6 routes in Assam. Airbus to hire engineering and IT professionals at Aero India. So without any delay, let's get started. The first news comes from Air India. Air India has finalized a deal with Airbus to purchase around 250 planes. According to reports, Air India has finalized an order for about 250 planes with Airbus, and the agreement is anticipated to be revealed next week. Reportedly, the airline has also linked a deal with Boeing for around 200 planes. Air India, which is owned by the Tata Group, is growing its operations as well as its fleets. On January 27th, Air India CEO Campbell Wilson announced the signing of a historic new deal for new aeroplanes. Air India, which was formerly owned by the government, purchased new planes more than 16 years ago. It has not acquired a single plane since 2005, with the most recent order for 111 aircraft, 68 with Boeing Co., and the rest 43 with Airbus, valued at USD 10.8 billion. Kempegowda International Airport to be partially shut for 10 days. Kempegowda International Airport has announced a 10-day partial restriction of commercial airline operations beginning February 8, owing to airspace closure in Bengaluru for the Aero India Show 2023. The Bengaluru's airport's airspace would be partially closed for civil flight operations, according to the airport officials. The Aero India Show is held every 2 years, and the 14th edition will be held in Bengaluru from February 13th to 17th. Domestic air passenger traffic in India touched 1.25 crore in January. According to rating agencies, ICRA domestic Air India passenger traffic reached 1.25 crore in January this year, a 96% rise over the same period in the previous year. However, it stated that the traffic remained around 2% lower than pre-COVID levels in January 2020. In January of the previous year, the traffic stood at 64 lakh. ICRA is maintaining a negative outlook on the Indian aviation sector, indicating that financial performance of Indian airlines is expected to continue under pressure in the short term, despite a good rebound in domestic passenger traffic. While passenger traffic is likely to grow significantly in financial year 2023, the speedy recovery in industry profitability will be sluggish, the agency stated on Wednesday. The ICRA stated that the net loss in financial year 2023 is likely to be significantly lower than the net loss in financial year 2022, which was Rs 23,500 crore, owing to a rebound in passenger traffic, fare hikes and decreased debt load. In January of this year, airline capacity deployment was around 42% more than in January of 2022, but approximately 6% lower than pre-COVID levels. The rating agency stated that a rising ATF prices will continue to be a serious threat to the airline profitability and liquidity in the near to medium term. Furthermore, the devaluation of the Indian rupee versus the US dollar, which has a negative impact on the lease rentals, maintenance costs and other overheads, would have a significant influence on the airline's cost structures. Boeing Commercial Airplanes awards Sasmos HET Tech a contract for components and assemblies. Sasmos HET Technologies, based in Bengaluru, said on Monday that it has been awarded a contract by Boeing Commercial Aeroplanes to manufacture sub-assemblies and wire bundles for the company's 767 and 767-2C aircraft. They will produce and export 238 types of components and assemblies, including shelves, panels, and sensor assemblies, as well as wire bundles for the B767 and the B767-2C aircraft under this deal, which was signed at Boeing's Everett site in Washington. According to the company, production will commence in early 2023 at the SASMOS manufacturing site in Bengaluru. SASMOS is an aerospace and defense technology solutions manufacturer and exporter. Indian Airlines are expected to put orders for up to 1,700 planes in the next 1 to 2 years. According to Aviation consultancy, Indian Airlines are likely to place order for 1,500 to 1,700 planes in the next 1 to 2 years, with Air India poised to make the first move with a probable purchase of 500 planes. According to CAPA, the overall commercial Indian fleet for roughly 700 aircrafts is smaller than some of the world's largest individual airlines, and given the vast potential, it stands to reason that additional aircraft is required. Almost every carrier in India is likely to order more aircraft in the coming years for fleet replacement as well as growth. Given that most incumbent carriers' order books could be considered conservative in comparison to the market's growth, potentially over the next decade and beyond, according to the report. India's air traffic recovery has been among the strongest in the world. While acknowledging that airport infrastructure development is ongoing and economic regulation is improving, CAPA stated that India has always demonstrated promise and has yet to realize its full potential. Now going forward to news number 6. Pawan Hans commences helicopter services on 6 routes in Assam. Pawan Hans Limited has launched helicopter services on 6 routes in Assam. These new helicopter routes, launched as a part of the RCS Udan scheme, would provide connectivity on the Dibrugarh, Jorat, Tezpur, Guwahati, Tezpur, Jorat, Dibrugarh network. The Ministry of Civil Aviation's RCS Udan is placing special emphasis on providing air connectivity to distant areas of the northern eastern states that lack adequate rail and road connectivity. RCS Udan helicopter services in Assam would improve air connectivity within the state by providing the quickest form of transportation to link Tezpur, Jorat and Dibrugarh from the state capital. Now coming to the last aviation news of the week, news number 7. Airbus to hire engineering and IT professionals at Aero India. Airbus will hold a public meet and greet event aimed at hiring engineering and IT talent at the Aero India show in Bengaluru on February 16th and 17th, 2023. Aspiring candidates may meet Airbus executives at stand CR 7.1 in Hall C, where they can learn about job possibilities in airframe design, avionics, aircraft system simulation, data analytics, cybersecurity and cabin engineering. Candidates will also have the opportunity to meet with senior Airbus executives to learn more about the company's already substantial and expanding presence in India and South Asia. The talent scouting event at Aero India is a part of Airbus's ramp-up for 2023, when the company plans to hire more than 13,000 people worldwide. The new jobs will be critical in enabling Airbus's industrial ramp-up, ambitious decarbonization strategy and future aviation preparedness. Visitors to the Airbus stall will also have the chance to view the company's entire array of products, cutting-edge technology services and innovations from its commercial, helicopter, defense and space domains. The scale models of the new generation tanker A330 MRTT and the C-295 military aircraft that the company will produce in Gujarat with its industrial partner Tata Advanced Systems Limited will also be on the show at the stand. Visitors may also witness a digital representation of the Pleiades Neo Earth observation satellite, One Atlas, which delivers premium satellite images, and CERTAP, a tactical unmanned aerial system at the stand UAS. Scale models of the VSR 700 from the UAS category and H-22M from the military category and H-160 from the civil helicopter range, as well as the A350 commercial aircraft model will also be on display. So these were the top 7 news of the week from the aviation sector. This brings us to the end of the second edition of 7 at 7. Hope you all liked this video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for the next edition, same time, same day, 7 news at 7 p.m. only on Unacademy Aviation.